Yes, welcome back to another video on the Big Steph channel. And today we're here to talk about the 5 things we learned from Arsenal's 2-1 defeat to Liverpool in Philadelphia last night. So if you like the video and you like the content here on this channel, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And yes, let's get straight into the video. So the first thing we have to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, and I think, to be honest, the main thing we have to talk about is Zinchenko. I give Zinchenko a lot of leeway on this channel, and I even had Zinchenko down for that midfield 8 position. And it goes back to a video like I talked about. If we're going to keep Zinchenko, and I haven't been hearing any rumors about him leaving the club, he has to be used as a midfielder. At left back, I think Mikel Arteta saw it again, bringing in the signing of Calafiori, seeing Skelly come in the team from left back, even Timber coming in the squad, Tomiyasu in the squad. I think Arteta sees that Zinchenko is not that guy defensively. I just think so easily beaten. Whether that be he's not blessed with pace, and I'm not holding that against him, but like sometimes his positioning and IQ, sometimes it looks like he's lost. On that second goal where the ball is chipped over his head, the runner gets away from him, Carvalho gets away from him. He looks absolutely lost. No, I know it's only preseason, and I know he has rust, but at the same time, it's a pattern here with Zinchenko. It's not that we're picking on Zinchenko for one game as Arsenal fans, and I'm seeing Arsenal fans across the world agree with me. If we're going to keep Zinchenko, he has to be played in that left side 8 position. And I think with that position, I know we're looking to sign Moreno, and that deal is so almost near done. However, I just think if Zinchenko is going to have a future in this team, it has to be in the midfield. I don't think with the signing of Calafiori, with Timber coming back into the squad, we even still have Kivior to stay in the squad, depending on what we do with Kivior, if we sell him or not, if we can get him offloaded or not before the start of the window, before the end of the window. Sorry. I just can't see Zinchenko long term at left back. I think when he first came in, it worked really well with inverted idea, but I think now that we've progressed as a football club in the last couple of years, more players have decided to take on that responsibility of inverting, whether that be from left back or from right back. And I just think Zinchenko doesn't really work because he gives up so much defensively, too much defensively. So if you ask me, Zinchenko at left back, it's not it no more. The second thing I'd like to touch on is, again, this midfield 8 position. Now, in that first half, I thought, to be honest, our first half was probably the worst half I've seen on tour from us. Literally all preseason. I think that first half, we didn't really create anything. We didn't really get in the flow in terms of controlling possession and getting on the ball and looking competent and imposing ourselves on the ball. Second half, we definitely did that. We got more control of the midfield. But especially first half, we didn't look good at all. Now, that could have been down to a lot of things. The centre-back pairing we had with Zinchenko as well, and we trying to play that high line. It was easy for them to carve in and get in behind us. But also, too, I think our midfield 3 did not work yesterday. We had Havertz, Odegaard, and Partey in midfield. On paper, not bad names. Players I think will all have significant contribution to the squad this year. But however, Kai Havertz in that midfield 8 position, again, does not work. I think Arteta found where Kai Havertz's best position is, and I hope he doesn't fight it. Whether that be he keeps him as a starter or whether he transitions him back to like a bench role and coming in off the bench as an impact player. But I think the world has seen Kai Havertz's best position, and Mikel Arteta has showed the world that. Kai Havertz at the back end of last season was absolutely outstanding for the Arsenal. The most important goals he scored for us. Talk about the goals of Brentford, the goals against Spurs, goals against Chelsea. You go down the list with the amount of goals and contributions Kai Havertz provided for us at the back end of last season. I just don't think trying to fit Kai Havertz in that midfield 8 still doesn't work. I don't know specifically what he lacks. I don't know if it's just like the metronome ability in him. It just doesn't work, to be honest. It's just not working. Whether that be at the start of last season, whether that be at times throughout the season as well, or whether that be in this game as well, we still see that the midfield 8 position with Kai Havertz in it still doesn't work. And I think when you have players like Myles, Skelly, who came on yesterday at the inverted left back position, who looks so brilliant, to be honest, which I'm going to touch on next. But when you see players coming through and you hear about Mikel Moreno we're going to sign, I just think that midfield 8 position needs to be shored up before the start of the season. Because Kai Havertz at that midfield 8, again, something we've seen and we've tried it already. And I hope Mikel Arteta doesn't persist with it and to the detriment of the squad. Because I think at the back end of last season, what cost us is playing Zinchenko in that week of rotation, we played Bayern, Villa, Bayern, which rotated the squad. Had Zinchenko at left back, I think it was. I think we even had Havertz in the midfield that game as well. No, no, like I'm saying again, look how the goal scores. They break on our left hand side, one knockdown ball occupies Gabriel, one ball played in behind Zinchenko is nowhere to be seen. And Gabriel even chases back before Zinchenko even gets there. So hey, listen, that midfield eight position as well as the left back position, two big key areas, especially in that first half. I saw that Arsenal are going to need to sort out if they want to be serious in this Premier League title run. The third thing I want to talk about again is the youngsters. The youngsters have been absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Today, well, last night specifically for me, Myles Lewis Skelly. That guy, that guy, ladies and gentlemen, please watch for him. I know Enwaneri gets all the big headlines, I guess, and so does Lewis Skelly, to be fair to him as well. But I think Myles Lewis Skelly, the way he's able to control the ball, dictate the pace, he's confident, very, very confident player. The way he drops for the ball, doesn't shy away from it, always like to turn on the half turn and play. He breaks the line so well. Breaks the line so well. The way I saw him multiple times get it off the centre backs or get it off of Jorginho when he came on and spin it into Enwaneri or spin it into Trossard hard but and land it flush on their feet. Brilliant player. Myles Lewis Skelly for me is one to watch. Definitely one I'm going to be watching. I hope he gets a lot of minutes this year. I know Enwaneri is probably going to get some minutes at that left side, the 8 position. And Enwaneri is a player who's going to get his time in the squad. But I think Myles Lewis Skelly is a player that a lot of Arsenal fans should be watching. And to be honest, it's really interesting to see where he's going to pop up throughout the season. If Arteta is going to use him as a left back, are we going to use him as probably a left sided 8? Because I think another one of his strong attributes is running with the football. At that left side 8 position, I think coming off the bench, he could give us that energy we need, good at really protecting the ball. And he's very, very electric at running with the ball, keeping the ball close to his feet. So Myles Lewis Skelly, brother, I'm watching you, brother. Let's hopefully you're going to have a good career and a good year this year for Arsenal. And the last two things I want to touch on is back to that midfield eight. I think, to be honest, a lot of things we learned about last night came from that midfield. And two things I want to touch on, at the same time, is Thomas Partey and Martin Odegaard. Firstly, let's touch on Odegaard, a bit of a more of a softer point. I think almost everyone should know. Martin Odegaard played over 80 minutes last night and it was absolutely outstanding. Again, some of the he got the assist to Kai Havertz's goal, but some of his creative play in the second half, especially, looked absolutely definitely better than the first half. But I think Odegaard again proves himself every single time why he's such a good player. And I think the doubters at the top of last season and the doubters at the top of last season before that, the season always ends the same with Martin Odegaard, player of the year. And I think that's just down to his leadership, his quality as a player, and his determination and drive to get better and win things with Arsenal Football Club. So Odegaard already looks like he's going to hit the ground running. And with Smith Rowe leaving the club, we can see Odegaard getting that potential number 10 jersey for Arsenal. Would you like to see Odegaard get the number 10? You guys let me know in the comment section down below. But I think for him, it would be really good. It would be a nice touch, be a good look. Be a good marketing pull as well. Having our captain wearing number 10 and being one of our best players. Hey, listen, it'd be a really good marketing pull. But the second thing I want to touch on in this category for the midfield is Thomas Partey. Like I said, Thomas Partey, like I talked about in the first video I did with the things we learned about Bournemouth. Thomas Partey played significant amounts of minutes in that game as well. And again here tonight, over almost 80 minutes or more than 80 minutes again tonight. Thomas Partey going into the season will be starting 6, meaning defensive midfielder. Thomas Partey, again, even though the first half he did look up to it, second half, again, kept the ball really well. Very elegant, very beautiful on the ball. Likes to spray out wide when he's on his day. And I think once that midfield 3 sorts itself out, you have the right pieces in there. You have the right starters in the front line and in the back line. We're going to see the best of Thomas Partey. And I think with Arteta giving him so much trusted minutes to really see if he's back up to full fitness and him really standing up and proving himself, like 2 weeks before the Premier League season starts, don't be surprised, like I said, if Thomas Partey opens the season as our midfield 6. Something I'm, to be honest, excited for, because Thomas Partey is probably one of my favorite players in this Arsenal squad. The things he can do for us, I don't think we have a profile in the squad to do it. Maybe if we get Mikel Moreno, we'll see what Moreno could do. But I don't think there's no one in the squad, probably other than Jorginho, but not really to the same level, that Thomas Partey could do it. The way he's able to break the lines, play the balls over the top, the way he's able to receive it off the centre backs, receive it off the goalkeeper at times, turn, beat players. Thomas Partey is an impeccable footballer. So Thomas Partey, glad to see you look back to your full healthiness. Hopefully you keep those minutes and you keep racking up those minutes. And to be honest, you stay fit this whole year. And we see the best Thomas Partey that we saw in the 2022-2023 season, who was absolutely outstanding in our first title push. So you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What are some of the things you learned from Arsenal versus Liverpool's game? Also, too, who was your stand-up player? Any stand-up players you would like to talk about? Leave down in the comment section down below for me. US tour is over. What players are you looking forward to going into the start of the season? To be honest, I'm looking at the youngsters. To be honest, this whole tour that's what's excited me. The possibility of these youngsters, whether that be anyone Neary, whether that be Myles Skelly, whether that be Heaven, whether that be Nichols, whether that be Salah Ulad, who is absolutely qualities. A player I also like. I can also see Salah Ulad taking up a lot of minutes in the squad as well. He's a very, very technical player, very gifted. Yes, he's a little bit small. I don't know how the Premier League will treat him, but he did have a loan spell to Hull. But listen, Salah Ulad can prove he's a really, really top class player in this squad. I don't know how much minutes he will get. I don't even know if he might get loaned out when they go back to London. However, I do hope if he does find himself in and around the team this season, I hope Salah Ulad can get some minutes. But I'm really excited for the youngsters, to be honest. But to be honest, the main player I already talked about is Myles Skelly. You guys let me know who you like to see in the comment section down below. And without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.